Hail, viewers. Tonight, or rather today, um, because it is about 3 a.m., I was asleep for a longer time than I thought I was. Anyhow, viewers, today I would like to talk about the fantasy name generators. Now, for those of you who do not know, this has been a very popular site for, it has been years. It has been many, many years since this site was created. I remember it from a long time ago, but I did not really use it that much. I thought it was interesting. I used to just have fun on it and just see what names I could find. But basically, this woman named Emily created this AI website. And it hath been very useful for many of us who, I suppose, basically want or need names for different purposes, especially fantasy stories and fantasy writing. If you prefer things regarding fan fiction, there are a good deal of name generators for those things too. As for myself, most of my fantasy writing have to do with original characters, so I usually go to the real name section. You can get names from the Americas, Asia, just about every part of the world you can find. It really doth not matter. One of my characters sort of is sort of arabesque, or sort of, more or less, I guess you could say Turkish or something of that sort, more Near Eastern. I like to use the Hittite name generator, for example. You can get male and female names. And it really is quite amazing. Now, you might ask, well, there's a lot of names here. What way do you keep track of them all? I would say, personally, a simple text file worketh well. Like, I have this one in my documents folder, and I just paste the names here and go and save. The text file is probably the smallest, document file you can use, and it saveth you a good deal of space. But anyhow, I have this under, let me see, FMG. Right here. So basically you can just copy and paste whatever names you want. One of the problems a lot of people have when they are writing is the fact that you need a lot of names for fictional stories. You oftentimes run out, and in order to make new names that are sort of culturally compatible with whatever world setting you have created, you sort of have to have a good deal of cultural knowledge and knowledge about history. And so oftentimes, maybe you just need a name, for example. Now they also have fantasy and folklore names here. Let's say you have a demon character or enemy that, a monster that you have to fight. Now, most of these seem as though they will not work for, female demons, so to speak, but I will show you a way you can solve that problem. Basically, you paste these particular demon names are very easy to make into female type names simply by adding an A. So you have Dog Malad, you can say Dog Malada, Ak Koth, You can say Akotha. Zog Drew Dun. You can say Zog Drew Dunna. That makes it a little more feminine. So that generator may seem as though, oh, all they give me is male names for the demon names for any sort of demon type characters you may have in your fantasy writing, role play, or what have thee. So you have Eros, you can say Erosa, Osguth, Osguthsa, and so forth. Basically, all you need to do is add an A to those names. Now, let us say that peradventure thou wishest to have some place names. Well, you have plenty here. They have all types of names here for different places. Hotels, glaciers, cities. Let's say you want a European name for your town. This is West European town generator. And they have all manner of Western European names for your European towns. That is invaluable. You can just basically have a whole slew of different names here for any town, city, village, whatever it is that you need. You can find here. This was out before many of the newer type AI were released, and it's quite good. The technology is I'm almost certain that the technology really was updated and improved over time, but something like this is really quite simple, and in sooth, it really provideth a great deal of content for any story writers of any sort, whether they're writing fantasy stories or just, a story that is of another genre, basically. And I would say the best way to deal with, organizations, basically to use text files. And, for example, if one wants to have one for nations, let us say we want to have a text file for nations and sort of copy and paste something having to do with nations. Of course, there are more organized ways you can do it, but this is often how I do it. I just paste them on one text file. If I need another one, I just use another text file. Let me see. I know they have nations too. They have nations somewhere. Countries and nations. Countries and nation names. So you have plenty of names if you decide to create a country in your story. Okay. So basically this is a tool that I use often. I often use this tool because I create many different types of characters in many different types of environments and world settings. And so something like this is really useful. You also have descriptions. You can get constellation descriptions. Basically, you can have whole constellations created. You can have, let me see, even monument descriptions, forest descriptions. Basically, they will generate for you a forest. They will generate for you a town. They will generate for you a city. They will generate all manner of things for you. Let me see city descriptions. The city of Kilbrook was built at the borders of a murky swamp, and it is truly a modern urban phenomenon. So basically, they've just created a whole city. They've created a whole city. That is pretty amazing. Okay. Basically, you have different things having to do with different video games. I do not often go here, But this website is just amazing. This is a very fun website. It hath nearly everything you need or want in a website of this sort. So, I would have to say that you can basically, for fantasy writers like me, we really benefit from it. So it was a pleasure to share this website for those of you who do not know about it. May you be blessed and farewell.